morning. Welcome back to Two Beards and a Jeep. Anyway, back here, I'm going to be putting in a Dana 30 into the white CJ. It's the original one that came out of it, but somebody had rebuilt it before. And they didn't put any fluid into it, so it rusted pretty bad. I sent it out to get that handled, get it cleaned up. And they put in a posi-traction, so I didn't go with like a full cable lock or anything, just for price purposes. Also, I had it re-geared to 410. The original was 337, so we're just going to finish putting it back together, get the axles in, and get the brakes put back in, and then drop it into the Jeep, and hopefully we'll have another rolling Jeep. Anyway, we're just going to go through it a little bit for you. Alright, here it is, my new gears. As you can see, they're a professional shop. They painted the gear teeth and made sure that the pattern was good. There. It's right in the center, along there. And over here, it's along the center. So both backwards and forwards, it's lined up correctly. There's the new Eaton Truetrac posi-traction here. New pinion gear, and the oil slinger is new. It was all chewed up. We're gonna put outer axle seals. They're like dust seals. They're not to keep any oil in. They're basically to keep water and dust out. We got new spindles. We're going to replace one of these. This one's bad, it won't go up and down. So we're going to replace that U-joint. And hopefully we won't run into any problems. We're actually only replacing one rotor, not both. Because only one was, the caliper was all locked up. So we'll see how that goes. Alright, here I have one of the axle shafts, so I have to replace the U-joint. And also, I'm going to clean up the seal surface for the inner axle seal. I don't know if you can see that or not. My cameraman is still sleeping, so yeah, improvising. Wake up, second beard! Anyway, there's the surface. I already started on it. There's a little pitting, but I think it'll be alright. Somebody can upgrade these axles or change out the differential later, but this is good enough to get it rolling. It's only a front axle too. It's not even like it's the rear axle, like it's going to be spinning all the time. It has manual locking hubs, so I can disengage the locking hub, disengage the transfer case, and this differential will act as just a straight axle. It will not spin the gears or anything. So even though I have different gearing, I haven't re-geared the rear yet, and even though these axle shafts may be better replaced, at least it'll be in a position where it can easily be handled, like you can replace the axle shafts. And also re-gear the rear, which I intend on doing before I let it go. I would never sell a Jeep with mismatched gearing. That would just be that would be irresponsible. So anyway, I'm just cleaning this up a little bit with some emery paper. there was some retaining C-clips that I forgot. Let's see if this comes out now. I just want everybody out there to know I only wear safety glasses when I'm videotaping.
Looks like it's going. Oh yeah, that's the money shot.
What's up? B. See, it's family friendly. Till I start throwing the C-bomb. That's right. My curse, I say cat. It's almost like cheating. I don't know, I don't see a problem. I think it should have totally worked fine. Right, here you go. Here's some gloves. Here's the... Help me clean this up.
Oh no, I'm the filmer. I don't work.
Is that your fucking strategy here?
Yeah, if I film, I don't have to work.
Let's get Dad to create a YouTube channel, and I'll just film it. That way I don't have to do anything anymore.
Exactly. It's genius.
I've been pumped. Okay, we're going to install the U-joint now. So how you do it, you want to make sure that there's grease in there. Looks like these are pre-greased. I haven't done one of these in a while. So you get this in here, you try not to get any dirt or dust onto it.
You want like a C-clamp? Well, that works.
Sure hope this is the right one. It's also critical which way you put this Zerk fitting, and I'm not going to pretend like I put it in the right way. I just took a guess. That's one side, so I just do that times 4. So I bought this outer dust shield. It's a seal just for dust or water to keep it out of the tube of the axle. And I'm putting it together, I'm just dry fitting it. And what I'm running into here is these holes for the U-joint should be in line with the pivot point, and they are not. They are so far off.
They're too far forward.
You can see right there, that's not going to work. So I don't know if these were for a later Dana 30, but this is a Dana 30 off of a CJ5 79. So I'd like to seal this tube. I'm going to have to see what my availability is, but I'm still going to slap this thing together because this is an added part. It's not needed. I was warned about this. My U-joint sticks out too far. So I'm going to have to take this U-joint back to the parts store. Not going to say which one because I can't remember. And tell them where to stick it.
Yeah, next time, do a little bit more research.
I did, but there was no way to really measure it easily.
That's what she said.
Alright, so these U-joints are sticking out too far on the edges. I'm going to, beard number 2 suggested grinding them down. They only cost like $9, so I'm going to do it.
Fuck it. Greasing that baby up.
Yep.
Filling her up with some lube. She's gonna need it for the intense trails we have planned for this Jeep.
Got it all over my kicks.
Her fresh kicks. My dad's so fresh. Whose dads wears Vans?
A lot of dads.
No, they wear Skechers, not Vans.
Ew.
I'm over here and I got my Crocs. My dad's in Vans.
Okay, so we ground this down per the advice of the second beard.
Yep, that's all me right there.
And let's see if it works.
Oh, baby.
Like a glove.
Told you it would work. Fuck it.
That worked. That worked. Anti-seize. I think I'm gonna get some compressed air and blow this out a little bit. got grinding dust all over the inside of the garage. Inside that head I just put together.
Nice.
It's probably not going to be good for the head, so I think I want to blow it out. That's what she said. Sweet!
It worked to spec.
Yeah. Yeah, no, we'll break out the torque wrench.
No, we won't. Off the chicken goes.
We got a washer, small washer. Goes on first. A lot of guys get that wrong.
Yeah, he did it backwards.
It's an inside joke. I didn't do it backwards at all.
Oh, right. He didn't do it backwards. Washer one. Then you gotta put a nut, yeah? One nut. Or one washer in there. And you gotta get a nut. It's like a groove, I think. Cleaning it up. We're just reusing the old hardware. We've recently replaced it.
No, we didn't. Look at how grooved up it is. It's pretty gnarly.
It's good.
But I checked in the socket. I did not do that.
It's totally fine. If the camera can't pick it up,
I spent so much time trying to buy the socket for this, the correct socket, and then was just given one like days after. Just randomly. I didn't even ask the guy for it. He was like, "Oh yeah, you're the Jeeps here. You might need this." Remember that, Jacob?
Oh, yeah. Oh, he's got the torque wrench out. You know what to torque it to?
I believe it's 50.
Sure, that's pretty
And then you got to
specific.
back it off one flat spot, I think.
Interesting. Probably pretty important to torque that one because there's a bearing in there.
Yeah, that's why you got to back it off though. So you torque it down to set the wheel bearing, and then you back it off one flat spot, I believe. If I remember right.
What do you mean by one flat spot?
I'll show you. So basically, like wherever the flat spot is,
Yeah.
you back it off
One. Okay, I get
one
it. Yeah.
to where.
Makes sense.
But I too watch videos. So I will be watching my video here in a second to make sure I get it right. This video will probably be named How Not to Do a Dana 30.
Yeah. Probably. We definitely know what we're doing.
Yeah. One of these days I may get a real torque wrench. I mean, there's a real torque wrench, it's just...
Outdated.
Yeah.
Get one of those electric beeper ones.
Huh. Don't get me excited. Foot-pounds. 50 is right there. Bam. Should probably watch the video to make sure, but... Oh, I remember correct. No. I should have probably just.
Oh, that was it.
Look at that.
Now you gotta go back one.
Shut your mouth when you're talking to me. Again. Alright, so I'm going to keep track. So it's kind of like. It's kind of like angled like that. So I'm just going to back it off one turn. Oh, man.
Spins nice and good.
Yeah.
Feels good.
Yep.
Looks good.
I might do that all over again. Torque it and then back it off again a couple times. Can't hurt. You're just setting the bearing. Alright, so I've put together the hubs. Not the hubs, but the bearing. Yeah, it's the hub. And then put on the nut. The second nut you torque to 50 pounds. And then you roll this washer down right here to hold it. And then you're supposed to take this thing apart after 500 miles and re-torque everything. Which I probably will not own this for 500 miles. So I'll have to tell the next person to do that. Anyway, we are going to put together the locking hub. I've already had this on here. Long story. Anyway, the gasket, I ordered a new gasket set for it. It's all together still. So we're going to go ahead and put this on. This is a Warren locking hub. I'm going to put the number of the locking hub here, but this is the 6 bolt and not the 5 bolt. I don't know which, if either one is better, so please don't ask me. I just know that I have this one on my 79 and I also have it on my 61. So you just put it on, make sure the gasket's on there. Gaskets are not super easy to find for this thing either. And these hubs are like 80 bucks. But if you treat them right, and you leave them up, as far as I know, they're good. And I like the manual hub, locking hub. Because then I could just disable this whole differential, which I'm going to do. I'll go back and I'll torque this right. I swear. Now the thing is right here, this is the axle shaft, and you got to pry it out. So you can actually get a bolt in there. There's threads on the inside, and you can pull that out as you're putting the snap ring there. But also you can take a little pry bar and actually pry the axle shaft like that.
Did you already pry it forward?
Yeah. See, that's all I need is just that little bit. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah.
But there's a little groove right here. Make sure it seats. Click. That's in. Make sure everything's nice and clean when you're putting it back. I did not get a full rebuild kit for this thing, so it's the same springs. Just put the spring in. I put everything here on a tray, and I had already greased it to put it together. And then we ended up taking it all apart, rebuilding the diff because there's a lot of rust in it. I just changed out the gears. Alright, so that looks pretty good. So I put it in, there's actually like teeth that are missing on one side. I don't know if you can see that or not. See, the teeth are over here, but they're not right here. So that part without the teeth goes in. So you push that in. And there's a little retaining spring. So, see how it just kind of sits on that groove in there? That's just to keep that gear from popping all the way out. And right here, there's two gaskets on this. So there's a gasket here, and then there's a gasket right here. And this gasket has a little notch right there. You can actually see right here. It has a roll pin right there. So this thing goes on one way, okay? And then there's like a little dimple right there for it. And that goes right here. There's a little dimple right there. Okay. Just gonna put two of these in here. See it turning? Now, okay, so we're turning free. See the other one's not turning. The output shaft's not turning. Or the input shaft, whatever you want to call it. The pinion. But then if I go like this, I say lock. Now, boom.
Simple but unique.
Got ourselves a locker, son. See that? Spinning the same direction. Alright, I'm going to finish putting these bolts in. I'm going to put some fluid in it. Actually, I'm going to wait to get it in to put the fluid in. But I'm going to put some RTV on for the gasket, put the pan on, put the tie rod on. We're going to mount it in. There you go. I got to order drag link because I busted off the little whatever ball joint for the drag link. So there you go. This thing's going to go.
Stay tuned.
Hopefully we'll run it tomorrow.